Please, in very simple terms, in your own understanding, what do you think the blockchain is? In your own understanding, okay? A ledger. She says a ledger. Who else? Any business can be on chain. And there's this thing about this blockchain space where there are, I think a lot of us know that this blockchain space, it follows trends. You see trends come up every time, right? Now there's this trend called reward assets. You hear it, RWA, reward assets. It's not so different from what we already have. It's just being repackaged so that, because new users are coming on chain every day, and there are people who think that I must be a developer to have my business on chain, or I must be selling crypto. I've had conversations with people who are into AI. I mean, I tell them, why don't you build something AI related with on chain? And they're like, I thought Web3 is only, one actually told me, I thought Web3 is only blockchain, is only Bitcoin. This somebody who is in tech, like, he's good and all, but he said, I thought Web3 is only Bitcoin. There was another one who, he has a marketplace, sort of like trying to build something like Alibaba, what Alibaba is doing. And I said, you can actually, and because these businesses need funding, they're looking for funding. But the funding is in Web3. Web3 is just saying, bring an aspect of your business on chain would actually help you. But there's this bubble or this thought of, if I bring my business on chain, means I have to NFT everything or I have to crypto everything. No. If, like I said here, any business can come on chain. If number one, it uses the internet. How am I using here when I can use here? If number one, it uses the internet, if it has a service or a product, and if it can build a community. These three things is what you need for your business to come on chain. And as I gave that example, that lady that sells tomatoes and pepper at the market, why can't her business come on chain? She's not using the internet to do anything with it at all. That's why he was saying that if you package it, if she packages well, that packaging is bringing it online. And that's true. So how many of us here have businesses that use the internet? Only 2, 3, of course. Who else? Collins. So 4. Don't you? You don't? Not exactly. You're trying to launch something. Okay. If there's any aspect of your business that uses the internet, maybe for payments, maybe for sales, maybe for marketing, whatever it is, it can come on chain. And then if it's a service or a product, if it has a service, it can't be a business if you don't have this. You're actually selling. People can buy your product and service. And then you can build a community. Community is very important in blockchain. And the marketing activities in Web3 is quite different. Community is important. So if you can do any of these 3, your business can come on chain. Now, what does it mean for something to be on chain? That's why I asked you guys what you think the blockchain is. And I'm really glad that you guys are the best set of focus group to have. Now, no, honestly, because the responses I'm getting, they're really good. So simply put, structure of data entry in a network. It guarantees security, speed in the storing, use, and transfer of data. Now that data can be codes, can be transaction records, can be pictures, can be algorithms, can be anything. If your business has to do with, say, for example, you sell, take Plan A, for example. I know the team that she's representing is one of the products that we've used at Borderless. One of the ways that Plan A can be on chain, you see this, what is it called? This picture area, these pictures, your product can just be tokenized and created as a marketplace. People are able to buy it, use crypto to pay for it, and then the transactions will be on chain. All their details will be on chain. You get the notification when probably they buy something, and then you can have the goods shipped to them. Any business at all that wants to come on chain can have a tokenized marketplace for their products. If, let's say, you are selling books, you're selling shoes, and the funny thing is, there are people who are doing this outside the shores of Africa, and they're making sales. Just tokenize the shoe and sell it to people in Web3. And people who will just buy just because it is Web3. They want to support the business. Some will just buy the NFT and not even ask for it to be shipped to them. They just want to support the business. There are some who would buy, the details will be available, and then they get the product shipped to them in whatever area that they are in the world. What did they just do? They converted their products to this kind of data, picture kind of data, and put it on chain and have people buy and sell. I think you guys can research later, iSocks. iSocks was one thing like that. What were they selling? Just stockings, socks, normal socks. They put it on chain. You remember now, I think 2 years ago, so the last bull run, they put it on chain. People were buying up and down just for the fun, of course, it's NFT. But at this time, right now, those kind of activities that are happening then, when they happen now, they call them what? Real world assets. It's the same thing. It's not different. These things were happening then at that period where different companies or different people would just tokenize some of their stuff, their real estates. There's this real estate company called Lofty, I think, Lofty AI. What they just do is they're listing for houses. They put it on chain, and people are able to buy the properties with tokens, and a house is tokenized as an NFT onto them. When the value of the house increases, the marketplace would set the new value. The person who had bought the real estate property before would make profits by selling back to somebody else who wants to get it. They don't need to be in Los Angeles. They don't need to be in whatever country that real estate company is in for them to invest in real estate in that country. And that thing that they are doing is just called reward assets. It's something that has been happening since. But right now, we're sort of like packaging it. That's what's happening in the space. So bringing your business on-chain means processing your business data with the blockchain. That data could be record of transactions, e.g., accepting crypto payments. It doesn't mean that you have to, like the guy who I was talking about, marketplace. I said you can just integrate crypto payments. Say somebody from the US wants to buy something from your store, and you can handle the logistics. But they don't want to go through the Western Union process and all. That's whatever item, let's say it is 50 pieces of, what else? Cottons. Let's say it's 50 pieces of cottons. That item can be tokenized in a marketplace, and somebody will use crypto to pay for it. You will get the transaction. They'll fill in certain details that the blockchain will store, and then you will get their details and send them, deliver the goods to them. They pay through crypto. No Western Union issue. You still have your Web2 aspect where people are coming to pay and buy your goods with card. You have another marketplace that caters to the needs of people outside the shores of your country. It's just for you to put this aspect of your business on chain, and it's not going to affect the other aspects. Then the next one is records of product. Like I said, tokenizing items in your marketplace. The example I gave of iSocks and something that other businesses can do here. At the end of the day, it's just packaging. iFixit sells laptop. You can have a marketplace where these laptops are tokenized. They are tokenized there. Somebody pays for it from different parts of, even in Nigeria. People who don't want to do, there are a lot of people who use crypto here. They pay for it and you deliver it to them. Then the next one is incentivizing customer loyalty. All of you that are doing grass, that are farming grass, that are farming, I hope you guys are learning from the products you are using to farm. Because this is what they are doing. This is what they are doing. Loyalty tokens, what? Points. It's not just points. It's what they're giving you, right? And then later on, those points, they are now, those points are now put together, converted, and given a value. What are they actually valuing? Your time, your energy, using the platform. That's what they are valuing. Those guys will go to one VC and say, we have 3 million users. Give us this amount of money as VC, like as per our product is being used. And you're just airdrop farming. You're farming. They're using these aspects, loyalty tokens for you guys. That's what they're doing. Once you get once you get the users, that's it. This is tech space, right? Once we get the users is it's like everything. We say it's decentralized. Yes, it is actually decentralized. But there are other aspects to it. So these guys who, you are using all those platforms, this is what they are doing. There are businesses that can just issue loyalty tokens to say, oh, and it's a marketing strategy. Let's say, what do you sell? Who here sells? Okay, let's say it's a food platform, right? I just want people to come and buy food from my platform. And I say, oh, for every time you buy a food, pay for a service, pay for this, you get a token. It's loyalty points I'm counting, but it's a token that you can claim. Then there will be maybe like an estimated date, 3 months or maybe 6 months into the future for you to keep ordering through my platform. You will get the food that you want. And then for every order you make, you get one of my tokens. And then in 6 months' time, when I've generated some sort of revenue, I can now add liquidity to that token and thank you by rewarding you with that token because you've been buying stuff from my platform. I have made money, right? You also have made money by using my token, but also you've gotten some sort of extra value. The food you ordered is for you. It's your money. You got the food, but you got something extra, a loyalty token. It doesn't cost me anything as a business. It doesn't cost so much for me to integrate this into my business. And anybody who is on, maybe it's an app, maybe it's a website, whatever it is, and anybody who is online would rather come and buy from me because there's a token attached to it that will probably have value. And all of these things is what Lisk is looking at. It's not just turn everything to blockchain. It could just be one aspect. Why? Imagine somebody who doesn't want to do anything in Web3, but there's a food platform that he likes to buy food from. And he's been hearing that he could, claim a token. Imagine he has claimed like 10,000 of that token. The day that token is listing, the guy will go and get wallets. He will get wallets, he will collect the wallets. He will collect the token. He will be forced eventually to trade it. That's the byproduct of what's happening right now, of what Lisk is trying to do. Where the people who aren't really interested in Web3 are attracted to Web3 by the simple things. If you don't come in someone's face and telling them, Web3, wallets, this one, they'll just shut you out. But when you now come to them through usable products that they can see, something like being able to order food from a certain platform and just earn something by the side for ordering, loyalty stuff. And then the day that maybe that token is listing, you are interested because right now you are invested. You've been using that platform and somehow you've gotten some tokens. You would want to actually get into the Web3 space and do the things that Web3 people do because you sort of like invested 3 months using a certain platform and all. All of what these things are the reason we're saying that any business at all can be on-chain. Now, the last one I said, is for supply chain, and this is a new trend, DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure. It's basically about tying physical, sort of like hardwares, physical infrastructures to blockchain, or tokenizing certain things and mapping them in a certain location. That's something that can work with logistics. Logistics companies can actually take advantage of this area, documenting business processes. Here you're going to be using smart contracts and other stuff. So depending on the kind of company or business that you are, or the kind of startup that you have, you can bring your business on chain. And the good thing is, this wants to help you